So I'm interviewing Shirley. Was also from California, I believe. So you're from Washington D.C. That's not close to California at all. No. So why did you came to Luxembourg today?
As a nuclear engineer, I think it's important to let people know about the benefits of nuclear, not just in the electricity, but also the other applications that we have. And this is a great moment for nuclear to share and see, show the people our passion for nuclear, what nuclear can do for all humans, for the entire world, and why not just try to help out every single people in the world to decarbonize itself.
So, as a nuclear engineer, you're currently active as promoting nuclear energy towards commoners like us, simple mortals. What is your experience with that?
So, before a nuclear engineer, I'm a human being, right? And I'm originally from Peru. And I wanted to be a nuclear engineer since I was 13 years old. So, and with no knowledge of nuclear energy, I know how powerful nuclear energy is. And I know how many benefits can provide, not just to ourselves, but also the entire nation. So I think it's important for people to know, although we know what happened with so many things in nuclear, but besides everything, we stay united, we stay resilient, which is the most important part. And right now, I think that people are seeing the benefits. And, look at what's happening with the data centers world. They want decarbonize, and it's not better to start that decarbonize or start generating nuclear, generating power with nuclear.
So, coming from Peru, does Peru actually have a nuclear program?
No, we have test reactors. We actually have two. We have a very little one, which is only for training, and we have a smaller but bigger one that is for actually the usage of radioisotopes for help for agriculture. We help, the recognition of the soil, help the soil, the water, etc. It's mostly for test applications.
And living in DC, you're quite close to the political fire. So what is your view on how things are developing right now in Washington, D.C.?
Well, we all see it in the news, right? We are providing help. The government is trying to advocate for nuclear and for investors, for the public, to get more knowledge, to support nuclear. And the government itself is supporting nuclear. We saw the Bipartisan Advance Act, in which, besides looking at the politics ideas of people, we are looking at solutions. So I'm very proud of what we accomplished when it comes to the Advance Act, because that it's a statement that besides our political views, we can stay united for the well-being of the world or the country itself.
Maybe a little contentious, but let's ask. So in a few days, there is, of course, the federal elections in the U.S. And say Trump wins, what do you think that's going to mean for building out nuclear? Would it, for example, stall, or would it accelerate maybe?
As I mentioned earlier, I think the bipartisan support that nuclear has been having, I don't think that's going to change. So whether the Democratic Party or the Republican Party wins the elections, I think the supporting nuclear is going to maintain. Now, who is going to accelerate? I don't think it is a battle between this party and this party in the U.S. I think it's a battle of the U.S. and climate change, right? So, and that oversees any political party. We have to look at the solutions for decarbonization, for climate security, climate prosperity. So how do we do that? I don't think that will be defined by a certain ideology in politics. And we have shown that with the Advance Act.
And are you going back to the States after this weekend?
Yes, I'm returning back on Monday, and then I'm going to COP29 at Baku in a few weeks. And then I'm going to be in Colombia for the first nuclear congress they're going to have. And then I'm going to Peru again to support the nuclear events that they are having.
So very good. So what will be your message of hope for us in Europe, but maybe also in Latin America?
For everybody, try to know the matrix of electricity in your own country. See how much hydrocarbons or how much energy is coming from fossil fuels, and investigate about the clean options that we have for energy or to decarbonize the world. And if in those investigations that you see you come across nuclear, I will highly suggest to reach out to an expert, to reach out to an advocate, or to reach out to a reliable source. I think that's the most important thing, because a lot of people that I encounter that are not as supportive of nuclear, it's because, oh, well, my friend told me the nuclear is dangerous, or I read it on a post on Facebook or Instagram, you know. So I think that misinformation and disinformation is something that is not just about nuclear, it's about a lot of things. So the importance of research, investigation from a reliable source, I think that's key. And sometimes when I speak in different events, I said, you don't have to believe me because I'm a nuclear engineer. Just read and try to verify if what I'm saying is true, right? Because whatever somebody says, it doesn't mean that it's the truth. But if you investigate from a reliable source, I think you can make your own opinion. And that's what I want from people. I want people to make their own opinion based on what they see, what they read, the data that we have. Now we have the internet. So it's such an amazing world to have an internet, and we can just on our fingers figure out any number or any data or anything related to everything that has happened around us. So yeah.
Shirley, thank you for this interview, and have a good trip in the next few weeks then.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks.